Hello, everyone. I am Lindsay Durlow, but tonight I am coming at you as Mrs. Durlow, a tenured teacher of 18 years plus a few, no, just 18 years. We'll say that. All right, I taught for that long, but I hadn't used essential oils for all of them, and I will say that the last 4 years were quite bearable because I had extra stuff in my pocket. And it wasn't just for me, it was also for the students that were in my classrooms. So I'm going to take you through a little scenario, and it's going to be a day, but we're going to be breaking it up into 3 parts. We're going to break it up into 8 o'clock a.m., 12 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. General times that we can actually breathe, maybe eat a little something and go to the bathroom. That's the life of the teacher, right? Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. You're arriving into your classroom just the way you left it the night before, and you're going to put your stuff away. You're going to put, you're going to set everything down so that it's ready to go. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start your diffuser. In this particular diffuser, I would put 4 to 6 drops of essential oil in there. And I am talking about doTERRA essential oils today because they are the purest that you will find ever anywhere today. So there's 2 oils that you're going to choose from. You're going to choose from the umbrella of mint and the umbrella of citrus. My go-to, I would say 80% of the time, was peppermint and wild orange. I'd put 2 peppermint and 3 to 4 wild orange. Why a mint and why a citrus? Because mint is going to be very focusing. It's going to get some alertness, and it smells pretty darn good. Now, why citrus? Citrus is extremely uplifting, cheerful, and happy. So if you put those 2 things together, it's kind of the perfect match when you're dealing with a classroom of crazy, wild students. Maybe not so wild anymore because you've got some stuff you've got some help in your pocket in the form of oil. So that's what you're going to put in your diffuser. You're going to turn on a little bit of music because those 2 nonverbals when a kid walks into the room are super powerful. You've got an aroma going in your classroom, and you've got some stimulation auditory that they're going to be saying, okay, all right, I might have had a crazy morning, but I walked into this classroom and all of a sudden, okay, let's do this. Pair that with the 3rd nonverbal, a smile on your face. Why do you have a smile on your face? Because you are wearing oil too. So now let's talk about how you're going to put them on topically. Again, you can do this at school or you could do it at your house, but if you already have these oils at school, it makes it very simple to nip whatever is going on in the butt. So when I think of a school day, I also think of it as like a race, right? You're at the starting block and you're going on. So in that starting block, you really want to ground down. So when I think of grounding down, I think, all right, I got to get my head in the game. And there are 3 oils specifically that I can recommend to help ground you down: frankincense, balance, and in tune. Now, in tune happens to be the focus blend, which is good for adults, children, animals, whatever needs a little bit more focus. Where are you going to put this? You're going to put it right here on your wrist. You're going to rub it together and you are going to smell it. And it's going to be amazing. And you're going to get this feeling of calm and you're going to be grounded down. So that's in tune, and in tune can be used all day long, no problem. I mentioned frankincense and balance. If you don't have a roller bottle and you have balance, which happens to be the grounding blend, you're just going to tip the bottle until a little droplet comes out. Maybe tap it on your wrist. Also, rub your wrists together and inhale. Very important to do that inhalation part because that's the trigger in your head that says, oh, okay, there we go. Grounded down. Can I use all 3 of them together? Totally, absolutely. But if you only have a choice between one, just choose which one you already have. And if you don't have any of these oils yet, well, hopefully at the end of this, you'll realize why you need them. All right, so that's where you're putting them on your wrists, okay? The next part is you're gonna actually put some on the back of your neck too. I am going to recommend past tense or peppermint. Now, past tense happens to be the tension blend. This is a blend that you're gonna use when you get a really tight, just tightness and tension in your neck. It's also good for headaches. So before the day even starts, I just put a little swipe behind my neck. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rub it in and then I'm gonna smell it because it's just a really wonderful, relaxing smell. And I will say that these smells might not be the same for everyone, okay? What smells good to me might not smell good to you and vice versa. So this is something that you just have to kind of work out on your own. So we talked about using the diffuser aromatically so everybody can enjoy it and get benefit from it. Then you're going to put it on topically. This is for you. This is for the teacher. This is for the part that doesn't get filled all the time. All right. So you're using these oils to help you. Third way is internally. So you're going to put it in your water. Now, if you put it in your water, you want to make sure stainless steel or a glass container because plastics are a no-go. Don't do it. Just essential oils are super powerful and they're going to take anything that is not natural and they are going to flush it out of your system. So it's a good thing, but if you're using plastic, it's going to break down that plastic and then you're going to drink the plastic, something you don't want to do. All right, so what do you put in your water in the morning? I would choose lemon or lime or maybe tangerine, okay? Those are 3 really good oils. And in that size cup, I would do 2 drops. It's a good size amount. Maybe you're a coffee drinker or maybe you're a morning tea drinker. You can also add it to your warm drinks too. A little cassia to your coffee or maybe some wild orange. Let's see. Some Slim and Sassy or On Guard to your tea is also very good too. All right. That takes us through the morning onto lunchtime. All right, at lunchtime, you get a little break, they get a little break. The diffuser, maybe it's still going, maybe it's not. If it's not, you're gonna reload if you choose to. If you wanna just let it linger for the rest of the day, that's totally cool too. But if it were me, I would add a different mint and a different citrus. So if I used peppermint in the morning, I would use spearmint in the afternoon. And if I used wild orange with that, I would switch it up and go with like grapefruit or lime, or maybe even green mandarin. That's a really good one too. So any of the citrus oils are going to be really uplifting and just help get through that afternoon push. Now, what do you put on at lunchtime to help you? So topically, on your wrists, I would put on a little bit of neroli, which is oh so wonderful. Maybe some cheer or maybe some peace if you need some peace and calming. On the back of your neck, just like you did before, I would choose passion or motivate because it's going to get you a little bit of let's get this day going, let's get going, let's go, 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 go. Your kids are going to appreciate your energy because they are going to need that energy. Now in your water, maybe you're still drinking that same water. Maybe you want to add something different to that water. Maybe you're going to do grapefruit, or maybe you choose to do some lime or whatever. Maybe you like tea in the afternoon. Add some oil to your tea. All right, that takes you to the end of the day. All right, now the end of the day might mean meetings. The end of the day might mean you're tutoring after school. The end of the day might be, I'm just going to really try to get all of my work done so that I don't have to be here super late. So this is important for when you're leaving, your classroom in your diffuser, because when you diffuse oils, not only is it affecting the mood and what's going on around you, but it's also going to cleanse the air and help with breathing. Now, You're leaving your room. Why in the world would you put oil in your diffuser when nobody's there to enjoy it? Well, because the oils that you put in the diffuser at the end of the day are going to clean your room so that you and your students stay healthy. So there are 3 oils that I totally recommend that you use either individually, maybe just once, you know, you're going to do 1 oil, or maybe you do all 3. But those 3 oils are On Guard, lemon, and tea tree or melaleuca. I would use 2 at a time, or just 1 On Guard. If I knew there was a lot of sickness going around, I would be heavy on Guard, because On Guard is the protective blend. It's going to help to get rid of all the ick in your classroom air, and it's also going to support, you know, whatever is going on. Now, could you run this in the afternoon? Totally. Could you run it in the morning? Absolutely. If you know there's a lot of icky stuff going on, totally use the On Guard during the day. You can always mix it with peppermint for a little bit more uplift. Now, there's a couple things that you can do through the day that are just little extras. There is something called beadlets, and they come in 2 different varieties. There's an On Guard and a peppermint. So maybe you need like a little boost and you want to pop one of these little beadlets in your mouth and just wake up. Maybe you've got coffee breath and you don't want coffee breath anymore. A beadlet will do the job. Maybe you got sneezed on. Maybe you know there's something going on all the way around and you just notice that there's extra sickness maybe happening. Pop a beadlet. And I'm going to show you how big a beadlet is. Maybe you can't even see it. Can you see how small that is? I could be one of those makeup people and do it like this. Maybe one of those. Haha! Check it out. It's small. You just pop it in your mouth and swallow it. Or if you want to taste that, then I like to gather a little saliva in my mouth, pop the beadlet, and then swish it around in my mouth and then swallow it. Totally up to you. I hope that didn't gross you out. Okay, never mind. We're teachers. We can handle this. There's also throat drops. And there are 3 different types of throat drops that doTERRA offers. There is Breathe, On Guard, and Ginger. So if you're like midway through the day, you're like, my throat. I'm just like, maybe you have a dry mouth, your throat is dry, whatever. You can take one of those to support your respiratory system, your immune system, or your digestive system, depending on what's going on in your life at that moment. So that's kind of end of the day stuff, midday stuff, and beginning of the day stuff. I have to tell you though, the cleaning part is also really important. You know, a lot of school lists include the disposable Lysol wipes, which I don't know if you know this or not, but regular soap and water is still more powerful than those antibacterial wipes that are filled with things that are, okay, all right. If it's all you've got, I understand. And yes, it's easy, but there's stuff in there that you really don't want in your system. So if you have an option, I'm going to give you an option. It's called On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. All right. You put about 2 teaspoons in an 8-ounce bottle, and that's what you're going to use to clean desks, to clean tables, to clean chairs, to do everything and anything. All right. Every other day, I would spray their desks and they would take a paper towel and they would clean it. It was their job. The paper towel is provided by the school, and the bottle of On Guard, I did not use that $12 bottle in 1 year. It's impossible to do unless you're cleaning all day long, which we do not have time for that. All right. There's little quick things that you can do also, which are like if you have any lice issues. I'm going to be sharing a couple graphics for this, but just lice is going to be melaleuca, peppermint, and cedar wood. Those three are super effective for preventing lice. And if you notice there are some hoppers in your room, start spraying the surrounding area. Just either if it's the desk, and just to kind of protect the rest of the room. If you don't have access to a diffuser, or if you're not able to use a diffuser, take advantage of the room sprays. Anything that you put in a diffuser, you can put in a spray bottle and you can refresh your room that way too. Especially after, say, 4th or 5th grade PE. You know what I'm talking about. All right. As teachers, you are, you are in charge of not only guiding those students and being their person, but for yourself, you need to stay healthy, and you need to stay healthy emotionally and physically. So I've given you some things to do at 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 4 o'clock and beyond, because you can take this home and you can do the same thing at home on the weekends. You can do it anytime you want. But I just wanted to give some love out to the teachers, because we need it. We need the love, because we give a lot of love away. All right. I hope you got some good ideas. I will be posting a few graphics to help you remember what's up. Have a wonderful 2019-2020 school year.